Hey, it's Ed here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for SP500 with Elliott Wave Theory. First of all, we're going to be looking into this a bit more macro here and then looking for the smaller timeframes to see what kind of setups that offers us. So let's take a look at this macro first and see what our primary is, which is this one still. In this one again, expecting a three-way structure in here into W, then a triangle in wave X, and then another three-way structure into wave Y. Why is this not an ABC? It's just because again the wave X did not retrace enough of this wave W to become a B wave, and again for that to happen it would be requiring it to come back to around the $4,700 area. It did not happen, so X wave it is, and what that changes is just this last leg expectation. Instead of 5-wave or any kind of else structure, we are looking for a three-way structure here in wave Y. Then we had the other scenario in which we were looking at this as a WXYXZ coming down into the lows, and this is the only one that allows us to be more bullish. This does not mean we have to be bullish. We can still create a structure like this, which would be very similar. In this one, we would not have created the X wave as of yet, and at that point we would be looking for again some movement up before we dump down again. At this point again, the structure inside would be something like this, where we would be looking for this as 3 waves into W, 3 waves into X here on the lows March 13th, and then a potential 3-way structure up into that wave Y later on. We'll see if this turns into a scenario, but again for that to happen we would need to take out the highs of 42.50, which would invalidate the main idea, which is the triangle. I currently have 2 shorts on the very low time frame, so let's take a look at those. My bias is again still to the short side, and even though we have the option of doing this for the WXY count, at these areas I would be very interested in shorting again. So smaller time frame ideas. 1 hour time frame. Let's check out this again from the lows of March 13th. Yeah, we had a potential expanding leading diagonal into wave A, wave 1, wave 2, and then again 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think that this is done into a 5th wave. Now I've seen quite a few people are labeling this into a 3rd wave. While this is still possible, it is less likely. Why? Is because again the extensions. We did not get anywhere close to the 1.618. We only hit the 1-to-1. We did not even hit the 1.236 or the 1.382. That's why I do not prefer the idea that we are looking for wave 4 currently. I have to admit that is still possible here, and again based on smaller time frames you could be looking for long setups somewhere and just set your stop somewhere close you feel like. But for me, based on the higher time frame, my expectation is that wave C ended up in here in the highs of around $4,200, and then we were starting to come down. Now locally, what do I have here? Well, we were looking at that possible diagonal opportunity or play, which again we would be labeling it like this. In this one we would have a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into wave A or wave 1 again. Just a possibility there, and then again A, B, C. I only got into that short in here. I was already looking for that short opportunity here, but we did not get to the 38.2, which is again the minimum I need to be retraced before I can accept myself to take a trade. Again, I have to be a consistent trader, or for me to be a consistent trader I need to be respecting the setups that I have and the fibs that I have here. So again, I did not get to enter here, and as this dropped down and even came back up and did not take me into that trade, I was pretty much saying that's okay. I think I've actually lost this in the sense that I did not get in on that. But again, I'm still on the short that I have from here, and now I have another one from here. We'll see how that turns out, but the idea is that if we have this as a diagonal coming down, we are not going to be taking out these highs. This is my stop loss for both the both of those trades at this moment, and again there is a chance that we would be just looking for downwards after the Monday's open. So that would be that. How would this fail is that, of course, this could be a 3-wave, 3 and 3, and at that point again we would be getting closer to the golden pocket most likely. How the whole setup would fail is again with the idea of this being a wave 4. Now the most important for that wave 4 idea is this line over here, which is at the top of wave 1, $4,073, and if again the price comes back here, we are going to be confirming more bearish bias and getting rid of this more bullish bias here. At this point we would be looking for wave 4 targets of this kind. See how the 38.2 is still right where we had the previous low, previous wave 4. So again, these areas are still very decent for that wave 4. 0.5 right around that wave 1 top. So again, makes sense that we should not go below the 0.5, as that would invalidate this whole thing. This could just become a 3-wave like I have here, as that with ABC structure. I'm going to be taking profits at most likely the 1-to-1 extension here. And if that 1-to-1 is again, or this B wave here is done, 1-to-1 is, well, is fitting kind of too well with this 38.2 extension around $4,100. It definitely has the chance of taking out the liquidity from both of these, which I would expect. And if it is, if there is still bulls around there, we would then move up and get that 5th wave going on. And again, depending on your higher time frame view, you would be potentially looking at that WXY count here, looking for that last leg up higher, and then later on to fail. But those are the structures that I'm looking for here, very locally, and I don't think there is anything else to say for this one at this point. Again, if you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate likes and comments on this video. Again, if you want to educate yourself, check out the following advertisements, and that's all. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next video. Bye bye. Couple of advertisements here: Patreon Elliott Wave Basics course, weekly live streams and more Elliott Wave analyzers. Udemy Elliott Wave Advanced course, including RSI, risk management, Elliott Wave strategies and time analysis, and candle trend capital, trade setups, education and community. Check us out if you're interested in learning more.